today I'm discussing another profound information: building wealth system. You know, to be wealthy, true, you have to work. At the beginning of your journey of wealth, most of the work depends on you. You have to do it. But as you progresses in that journey, unless you understand how to build system, you will not be rich for a long time. There are many businesses that are built around the owner. Well, as good as that is, the business stop where the owner stop. And the only way you are going to remain in business is that you continue to exert yourself. And that is not the smart thing to do. When you're thinking about wealth, you actually become a wealthy person when it no longer depends on your physical efforts to remain wealthy. You see, and the only way that is going to be possible is that as quickly as possible, you must learn to build system. A system that can function independently of you. Of course, not without you overseeing the work, but you don't have to be physically present in the everyday to-day work to make the system work. You see, take for example, if you study the Rich Dad Poor Dad, book, you'll have found that he talks about the four, the quadrants, right? Which he talks about. I think it's E is employee, S is small business, and B is for big business, and then I is investment, or the investors, right? Which is nice. Of course, if you're an employee, obviously you cannot really build any system because you are part of somebody's system as an employee. So somebody needs you to work for them to either become richer or stay rich. And then if you have a small business, which is where many people are, this business really depends on you. So you are the brain behind it. Everything rise or fall on you. But when you go to the big business, you can actually hire professionals to do the job. Yours is just to oversee or give directions. That the man who has this kind of business, who is in this big quadrant, can actually go on leave. You can actually rest when you want to. You can do the thing that you love to do, and you don't lose. Your business continue to function because these have been built on system. And of course, when you move to the I, which is the investment quadrant, at that level, you can even decide to go on holiday for the whole year and nothing moves, nothing spoil. So the idea is that you start from E as an employee. Like I said, at this point, everything depends on you. And then you work your way down to small business. You start your own thing. And then you build that small business into something big. How? By building system. Once you can build system for your company, it's on its way to becoming a big business. See, in that level, you already have employees that are working for you. So at this level, you can afford to do a lot of things. And this is the level also where the system now do the job that bring the money for you. And then the dream is you move from this big business. Of course, you can keep the big business while you move yourself to an investor. When you get to this place, you have built a sustainable system, especially if you invest in stable things. You see, you invest in stable companies or stable investment vehicles. You've built a system. This is what makes people rich and remain rich for a long time. If you want to have what we call generational wealth that you transfer from one generation to the next, you must build system. Don't remain a small business. You said you have a mechanic workshop and you are the man. And some people like it. They like it when they are the one who make all the decision, when they are the one who do everything. You run up and down. They like it. You may make money, but the amount of money you have is directly proportional to how much effort you can make personally. So have a dream to build a system. This is what makes people rich. It's only those who are here or here who are actually rich when it comes to wealth. As an employee, except to work for organizations like Microsoft, Google, Facebook, as a CEO, or you are somewhere up there, Yeah, if you're somewhere up there as an employee, you can really be wealthy. But how many people get to be that? To get to that level? And some also say, well, I have my own business. Actually, as a matter of fact, if you're having a small business, right, you are actually not a business person per se, you are still an employee. You are still an employee. You may call it a self-employed, but you are still an employee. Only when you do business that you build system, that you have other people doing the job, you just give directions, and that direction you can give it from anywhere in the world. You can be on the yacht somewhere in the Mediterranean, or in one of the islands. Go on your computer, give direction for the week. People do the job. I'll send you reports. So you remain rich. This is how the rich remain richer. Remain rich or get richer. Other people do the job for them. Perhaps right now you're watching me. You're also part of somebody's system that he has built. You don't have to end your journey as being part of system player. You can also build your own system. So okay, but I'm only working, I only have a hairdressing salon. How do I build system? That's just a small job. Listen, if you have a hairdressing salon and you are working right now, you're working based on your skill. There's a skill you lack. Get a skill called management skill or business skill. If you can have a business skill, you can scale that hair salon. You sure can. See, think about the footballers who play soccer. Most of them only have skill. But because they only have skill, get what they do? They look for a manager who is a businessman or a business person. That person don't have their skill, but the person knows how to do business. So they are the product. The business person have to do business with them as a product. And you guess what? They all become wealthy. So another thing you can do in building system is, if you feel like all you know is or you have a skill, then partner with somebody who is a business person. Maybe you can cook. So you cook good meal. If you remain a cook and you just sell the food you cook in front of your house, or you want small place in your small kiosk, you remain small, and you don't have a sustainable business or wealth system. Why? The day you stop cooking, everything goes down. But you can partner with somebody who's a business person. So your own skill is cooking. So you focus on your skill, bringing out the best dish. Then the person who's a business person focuses on the marketing, on promotion, focus on how to bring the money in. And through that collaboration, you can build a brand. Like KFC today is a serious brand. That's a serious system. You see, they have franchises all over the world. That's a serious system. KFC, Hungry Lion, Chicken Republic, all these, food chains. You can also do it. And I've thought about how to raise capital in one of our businesses, and one of our discussion, and I did emphasize on the importance of partnership. When you come to building system, granted, you will not know everything. You will not have all the knowledge to run every aspect of a business, but you can partner with somebody who have the knowledge that you don't have. You see, you bring the knowledge you have, partner with somebody who have other kind of knowledge that will drive what you want to do to the level you want it to go. And then around that, you can build a system. You build something that becomes serious. That's how to build wealth using system. A time come where all you do is you provide a recipe, other people cook the meal. You see, other people cook the meal. It's other people who distribute the food, who do all the daily, runs for the business. Your own now is to cash in, and that cooking becomes, when people think about restaurants and especially the chain stores, they forget that these people also are cooking food. You think about KFC, you forgot the guy is frying chicken like you fry it in your house, or you fry in your house. The difference between his chicken and the one you fry is not recipe, it's business sense. It's business sense. So you can, if you have the same skill, business skill, that food you cook that people said is very nice, you can also make it something very huge. So when you're thinking about wealth, think about system. It is system that sustain wealth. You see, and help you to multiply it and even transfer it to the next generation. We always tell people that have an aspiration to become a business person at some point in your life. Why? You cannot transfer your employment to your children. See, there's no generational employment transfer. Say, I used to be a manager in this company, so now that I'm old, or now that when you leave, you die and leave the world, you transfer that position to your children. So since I was a manager here, my children become a manager. You don't do such a thing. You only transfer something you have built. So build a system for wealth. And if you don't know what to do, consult. Like we'll be talking about finances. If you don't know what to do with money, consult. There are financial advisors everywhere. Financial expert everywhere. Consult. If I've talked about something that you like to push it forward, you can even consult me. Talk to me, and we can discuss. So you discover that when it comes to wealth, your excuses are not valid, because everything you think you don't know, somebody knows, and you can find out from the person who knows. Thank you. See you in the next video.